Hello and welcome to my channel. I created this channel as a way to create and share stories. I hope you enjoy it. So every year we do Christmas bigger and bigger. Last year we had this big party with extended family, dozens and dozens of people, you name it, snow cones, movies, yeah, whatever. Every year we try to do something a little bigger, a little grander. Well, this year, obviously, that wasn't going to happen with COVID, right? But you can't even get everybody together, let alone, even go to the mall to go shopping. So, because everything's so closed down. And in fact, I really felt like, well, look, if we can't do it right, let's not bother to do it at all. And decided, okay, we'd have a really small Christmas. Wouldn't even bother to put up the Christmas tree, right? Just maybe a couple gifts, and that's about it. So, come the 1st of December or so, right after Thanksgiving, I don't even know how my barely verbal autistic son Philip knows what time of year it is, but he starts blaring Christmas carols. Now, this kid can barely read, and yet he can find anything on YouTube that he wants. I don't get it, but the Christmas carols just start blaring day after day, and then I start to get a little bit into the Christmas spirit. So he starts hanging around my office, and I assume it's because he's bored after all these months being at home. He comes and visits me in the office sometimes, but this was unusual in the past, and now he started. Well, it happens that my office is right outside where the Christmas tree would usually be. So as I'm talking to him one day, trying to figure out what he wants, and he's got this block, which is like, he knows words, so if you point to things, he can tell you what they are. But if he can't vocalize them to save his life, sometimes on his own volition. So it's like when you have a word that you just can't remember, it's like that, but it's for him all the time, the poor kid. So anyway, he actually, as I'm saying to him, like, Philip, why are you hanging out all the time? What do you need? He actually points and says Christmas tree. Now, because Philip almost never talks, when he does talk, we give him whatever he wants because we really want to encourage him, to show, hey, you actually said something, you can have it, which is why I keep hoping he'll say, I want trip to Australia, but we haven't gotten there yet. So anyway, he says this, I'm like, oh my gosh, well, if he really wants a Christmas tree, let's do it. So Philip and my daughter Erica and I, we put together the Christmas tree. But because we moved about a year ago, we were having some trouble finding some stuff, and we couldn't find the lights. So we decided we would go buy some lights in a couple of days. Figured we must have thrown them out because they were broken or something. And well, over the next day or two, Philip was not just hanging out, but it was like a horror movie where every time I'd turn around, he'd just be there staring at me, no matter where I was. And so it's clear he was desperate to get the tree finished, to get the lights up and the garland and the ornaments and all that. So we went ahead and we found the lights in the basement after a great deal of effort, and went ahead and got it all done. And lo and behold, Philip stopped hanging out in my office. And then a couple of days before Christmas, I was getting my hair cut. Oddly, that's one of the things that's still open during COVID. And you can't go right in. You have to wait for them to say that they're ready for you because of COVID. So I'm waiting for them to say they're ready, and I'm walking down the little street that's there, and there's a nice little toy store that's actually open. And looks like they have neat stuff when I get a text that says they're ready for me. So I'm talking to the person doing my hair about it. She's like, oh, it's a wonderful store, and they wrap everything. And I'm like, they wrap everything? So as you all may know, I'm the world's worst Christmas present wrapper. So this is very attractive to me. And even though I thought I was done my holiday shopping, I said, oh, okay, I'll go. Let me check it out. Anyway, they just had the most amazing stuff. I bought way too much. They had this dinosaur egg, and these chisels, and you chisel into the dinosaur egg, and you uncover plastic dinosaurs. It is super cool. Anyway, that was great. And then I'm like, I just bought Philip hundreds of dollars worth of stuff. I need to go buy everybody else that, more stuff, or everybody would be unhappy. So anyway, I get that done. Everything's under the tree. It's it's going to be a pretty mediocre Christmas, I think, because we're not doing everything. And 1 o'clock in the morning on Christmas morning, there's a loud bang outside and a big flash of green light, and then another bang and a flash of green light. And I say, oh, well, the green lights usually are electricity. I'm surprised we still have electricity. And the electricity conks out. And because then we hear multiple bangs in the distance, and it's clear that like the electric, whatever, I'm thinking we'll be out for a week because there's just all of this electric stuff happening around here. So it's Christmas morning, and I'm up. Almost everybody else is still asleep because they were up in the middle of the night with some explosions. I get the fire going in the fireplace. It's a little cold. The electricity's off. One of our big traditions on Christmas morning is to make cinnamon buns, and of course we can't do that without power. So my daughter gets up, and so we decide, given everything we don't have, like power, that it's kind of like the Grinch Who Stole Christmas. So we sit in front of the Christmas tree and we sing the Wahoo Dory song. So if you don't remember that story, the Grinch steals everything from the town, all the presents, all the ornaments, everything, trying to make Christmas go away. And everybody gets up Christmas morning and they sing and they have a good time together because they're all together, because Christmas is about all being together and not about the stuff. And so we're singing this, making fun of this. Other people get up and join us, and we start to open the presents, and it's mellow. It's very mellow. It's not our usual go go go. At one point, the electricity actually comes back on, and my daughter runs off and makes some cinnamon buns, and literally the minute she's walking in, back in with the done cinnamon buns, the power goes off and stays off for a good while longer. So I started to think that, all the go, go, go stuff is great, but my whole idea of go big or go home is only half the story, that there's also the go small and be home. And, be around those people you love. And so it really was one of the best Christmases ever, despite everything that we didn't have. Thank you. If you like these stories, please click like and subscribe to my channel, and maybe leave a comment or two. Thank you so much.